the club's been around since 1972, which is long before me. Not originally this far south, it used to be in Bermondsey. We're running the Salute show since 1973, but it is sort of one of the oldest consistent wargaming clubs in London. You know, there are members now who were at those early meetings, which is kind of nuts, but also quite cool. And I know it's got this legacy with Salute and being the premier London club in many senses. But otherwise, sort of the legacy of it is the people who I play war games with.
There's a real mix of fantasy, historical, sci-fi. We have it from all different scales, and we have people who play 40k. We have today we've got a game on of Kings of War, which is a fantasy game. We've also then got Nevermind the Billhooks from like historicals. So we get a whole sweep, and we actually find that we don't have many people who are both who are only historical or only fantasy or only sci-fi. We get like a mix between. We get people changing and going between.
So Salute. For the club, the Salute is the way we largely pay for all the things we do here, which is hall hire, scenery, and all the things we do for the club members. It's all about making sure we can keep doing what we're doing, which is playing great games and meeting our mates and coming down here and having more people come down to the club. Also, of course, has become a really important date in the kind of industry and for gamers. As much as people meeting up and making an event of being in the pub afterwards as being at the show.
I mean, I think nominally on the books, probably 100, 120, some insane number. I think on an average club night these days, we're going about 20 to 30 people, which is busy. I think when I started coming to the club about 3 years ago, you probably see about 10, 15 people on average, but we've definitely brought the numbers up, getting people coming back, creating a nice environment for people to come down and play games.
Oh, parking's fine actually. I mean, Dulwich can seem to be a bit worrying, but we meet on Monday nights, so after 6:30, and that's just before we start, there's loads of space in the streets around. You can even park directly outside. So literally 10 feet away from here is both the door to the hall and where you can put your car. So if you've got a car full of stuff, it's dead easy. And then on Saturdays, the side streets you can still park because we arrive nice and early. So if you know where to go, the parking is dead easy. You can bring a big army, no worries.
We have an internal and external Facebook. The internal one's for members only, it's our forum. But that and the external public one tends to be most people book games. Simple question of, what's somebody running this week? Does anyone want to have a go at this game? I've just bought this. I've had this army for 40 years. I'd like to play it with somebody. But then there's a very sort of regular sense of, you come down the club, you'll speak to somebody, they'll want to play a game with you, you'll book it in. Some of us younger members have a sort of internal group chat, which tends to get that kind of organised in. I know other club members have similar group chats. But I'd say in the last year, I'd say 90% of games I have played have been booked at the club 2-3 weeks before, because that's the best place to do the kind of social organising.
We meet on Monday nights at St Barnabas Parish Hall here in Dulwich in South London, and it starts normally from around 6:30, 7 p.m, and we game on until late, or 10 or 11. Once a month on a Saturday, which is what we're filming and doing today, we have a big game Saturday where we have the hall from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m, and that's where we'll have larger games that might take all day, or big kind of apocalypse style or mass historical battles happening.
So, sort of coming down to the club, there are a lot of resources that are already here. So, like, you don't always need to bring something yourself. Like, if you've got an army you want to play, like, I have brought a bit of my terrain, but they have boxes and boxes of terrain. So you don't need to hulk it all, you just bring what you want to play. And if you don't have anything, that's fine too. You just kind of go in the Facebook group and go, hey, I'm free, does anybody have a game going? And somebody will go, oh, we're playing Fall of Rome, do you want to come play that? You might never heard of it, you go and have a go. Or it might be, hey, I'm doing Frostgrave, do you want to book in to play that? And you know, you can book in to play that game. Somebody does a Hero Quest game fairly regularly, and you don't need to bring anything. They're already on that part of it. But if you do have a game you really want to play, that's fine too. You can bring that down.
So annual membership for the club is £120 per year, or I think we run an associate membership, which is a discounted version of that, and that gets you access to all the club and any events that we run as well. You'll normally either get discounted or free entry to those as well.
So the way the club works on a Monday night is we do have a person in charge of tea, coffee and biscuits. So that's always, and milk, that's always available. Lemon is not yet available, so we have to think about that. There are, in Dulwich, there are shops that you can go to get stuff. On a Saturday, it's pretty much the whole of Dulwich is open during the day. So there's a number of delis, it's Dulwich, so it's not the cheapest, but it is what it is. But yeah, in general, we don't starve anybody here.
You can bring somebody under the age of 18 so long as they're accompanied by an adult. So that's really important to understand, because we're an adult-only club. We pay a lot of attention to safeguarding, but naturally it's not an environment we want to just have loads of kids coming along. So you can come if you're under 18, but you have to be accompanied by an adult. Otherwise, it's adults only, and it's adults only for membership. And for members, everybody signs a safeguarding declaration, so we know nobody's joining the club that is trying to be underhand and would cause trouble for anybody.
Wargaming businesses, there's quite a few club members who are sort of thinking about starting and publishing their own rules. I'm one of them. I've also started up a wargaming business in the last sort of 2 years. Don't know how heavily I can plug it, but Flank March Miniatures, flankmarch.com if you want to check that. Yeah, it's been really fun. It wasn't something I really imagined myself doing initially. I was a structural engineer before making that career change, but it has been sort of coming to the club, getting really into wargaming, which I sort of dabble with at uni. I did mostly big sort of World War II naval gaming. It was coming here that got me into 28mm skirmish and things like that. I really loved it, and now I'm sculpting sort of Cold War 28mm miniatures and that sort of thing.
Yes, definitely. We've had some folks recently over from the US visiting. They came for Salute, and they decided to stay by and roll some dice at the club. And everyone is welcome. We normally will welcome people off the street. Passers-by who are interested in gaming will pop in. So if you happen to know where we are, which you can find on our website, you are more than welcome to come down, pay us a visit, meet some of the minds behind Salute, roll some dice and have some fun.